Yeah, but the problem with me talking too fast is I don't know if how much the other girl will be. That's a sister text. Hey, sister's coming for text. Hey, kid. I'm just gonna do it. Left my buddy Howie. That's my boo. That's my buddy. That's my boo. I know if anyone's experienced real time me, they'd be like, "Who are you?" I mean, that's what I'm saying. Who's that person on YouTube? Where's he at? You wouldn't. Who's that, I mean, where's that motherfucker on YouTube? Where is he? You look like him if I ever see your face. But I mean, one time I said, like, "Who are you?" That's the truth. Okay, and I've been missing my buddy because that's my buddy. And but in short, yeah, I'd say about the sonic boom and alien invasion, and it don't have to be that complex. It might have been one or the other. I mean, it didn't have to be both. Sonic boom. I'm trying hard physically how to do that, like pinpoint a sonic boom. The thing is, like, what 722 is good show because it was only through VHS home recording do we know this. There is a silver ball flying where the plane at semi angle where the plane should be. That's why they put after the fact they used banners during right after it to cover up where the plane supposedly hit. They had to CGI the plane quickly, but they put banners over there. Well, they put banners just to hide the nose coming out the other end. You know, they put banners to hide the CGI nose coming out the other end. The only thing they proposed is they showed that little silver ball coming. That's one thing they were covering up, but the flight of the plane. That's why they had to put a CGI plane in there in the first place. Of course, I mean that's not deep, but they're going to have. They had that narrative ready to go, anyways. About somebody's not that serves a different. Yeah, I mean Allah means God, and it's ridiculous. Someone that likes a different Jesus come over here and said, you got to have my Jesus. I'm going to kill you if you don't. Got to have any in that mark. Like he showed me the session of Zeitgeist, and then we got to the real part, to the relevant part, the towers and money, and he's like, I don't pay attention to that. And I was so obsessed with just me getting to let go of my, get go of the religions. I mean, I needed that. I was going to say my own personal Jesus, but it's really the institution of religions and how they were raping me financially. Because I allowed them, because I was testing something. I gave some children food and some children Bibles to eat. That's a massive error, and I knew it. I knew. I'll never feel good about it. I didn't know before I tested it. Okay, I know. So I'm guilty for trying to feed children paper. Here's paper and ink. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Hey, I broke my own rule. You can't break your own rules. The only rules you can't break are your own. You can't break your own rules. But so I'm not picking on anybody when I tell something. I'm trying to get congruent information so we can go forward. I ain't worried about where I got it from, where it's research or I don't care where it comes from. Okay, it comes from everywhere. Have you noticed? Like I said, these I would say the most prophetic I'd say was Prince of all song. The most prophecy Amy Lee has. I think the second would be Amy Lee of Effervescence. But right now, Lisa Loeb has a little, or I thought she did. May not, but the most I would say is Prince, and Prince might have been more aware than others, but most people, like rappers, are completely unaware when they say a line of prophecy. They have no idea whatsoever. They're worrying about. I watch a lot. Goddamn, I want to watch so big. I don't care if that shit hurts my wrist. That is what does that has? You talk about void of any meaning whatsoever. That's and even when he says he lives in the mix, it's like money, cars, and hoes. No, that's not what living in the mix is. Living in the mix is living in the mix, in the battle, on the front lines. That's what living in the mix means, not manipulating and trolling people and worried about petty possessions. That's what's stupid. So he says he lives in the mix, and he says he doesn't. I live in the mix, yet I don't at all. And this idiot ass little baby don't even realize what he's saying. And I like little baby somehow on some level, but he's retarded. Obviously, you got to know that little baby. You're a goddamn idiot, or void. So you say you live in the mix, then you just identify why you don't live in the mix whatsoever. That's not the mix, idiot. The mix is the front lines. That's just crazy. And add two ones to the zero in a different mode. That doesn't mean anything. It has nothing to do with money whatsoever. I mean, you don't even know that. You just that's the way that works. Okay. And, I mean, I like the way he says too. at the ones to the zero, I'm in a different mix. And he was talking about money, but that line, he still thinks he's talking about money, but he's not talking about money. And he has no awareness of it whatsoever. It's hilarious. Oh no, I can say it like it. But what was I even saying? Well, yeah, there's a silver ball and it's VHS. That's where they can't correct that. They can't go on the internet and correct all footage of VHS home video. So because they chose to do a little bit too early when the CGI technology wasn't quite there yet. And that's why plane limbs or whatever, the wings are going in and out of the building. And then after the fact, after the day, they could shoot extra videos of the planes coming in at different angles and different colors and different shades. So what I was saying, that September Clues only revealed the fakery down to the sounds. So they had to fake the sounds. Maybe that to cover Sonic Boom. I don't care. But Sonic Boom sounds much more likely than alien invasion. Do you mean like demonic propulsion? Like that was a demonic portal was open? Is that what you're trying to say? Demonic portal? I don't know. I don't. Anyone seemed like I had to read a book. Hell, I can read faster than I did when I was in college. Could read faster. Couldn't read very fast in high school, but couldn't read. The slowest I've read in my life was in college. I don't know how I got a degree. I mean, I just don't. So that's what I meant by my dyslexic. Someone like God. Maybe you assumed I could read because I had a degree, or I like reading because I had a degree. No, I had to have class time, and reading was torture, especially during my college years. It's the slowest I ever read in my life. It's kind of ironic, don't you think? So I'm saying, but yeah, that's what September Clues shows. Is there was a silver ball that had to be covered up by a fake airplane, even if they didn't have a narrative behind it. They had to cover up that silver ball coming to the first tower at least, or to the second, yeah. Because the second tower is where hey, you got to look at the towers. The first one we don't have film of what hit it really. It's the second one where all this film comes from, and there's a silver ball coming towards the, where the plane was and hitting the corner of the building, going through or coming out the corner of the building. So that was a specific shot because there's evidence of it. It was that ball, the sonic boom. So just whatever, all with a grain of salt. Stop. And when you're when you're telling this information with a giggly, smirky, degrading my character tone, how am I going to miss that? When you're telling me a narrative with a smirky, giggly, stab me in the back tone for absolutely no reason, right after I tell you I'm going to take my information elsewhere, that's highly suspicious. I don't care who you claim to be. And look, that's dear. I'm losing again, second time this morning. I'm risking losing all there is to me. I don't care whether the fuck anyone else says or not. All that matters to me, except the children. To me, I like myself. What I'm saying. All that really matters to me, all that is essential to me, risking second time this fucking morning, right now, to speak the truth.